Hello and welcome to another Sage House Patterns vlog. My name is Lily. I am the owner of Sage House Patterns, a online knit and crochet shop where you can find unique wearables, the very occasional plushie, and a couple patterns. In today's video, I am still continuing to work on finishing up the mother-in-law cardigan yarn, or in other words, the red heart bitty stripes. This is the color crayon. I have made my mother-in-law a cardigan out of this. I have made a cowl out of it. And now I have still 2 balls left of it. So we're gonna make a beanie. I actually took the leftover of the full skein and I weighed both of these and divided them in half. So one of my beanies is roughly about 75 grams. Keep in mind, I think the weight is a little bit different. The one that I think it's this one that I weighed is the yarn's a little bit thinner than this. Like, this is kind of a pretty, it says it's a 4-weight, but like that's a pretty chunky 4-weight. So both of these are roughly 70 grams each. Theoretically, I could make potentially close to 2 beanies. We will see. Judging by like the wrap and like doing this, I think I can only get 1 out of it. But you're gonna come along with me and we will figure it out. I am double stranding them. I do double strand all of my beanies. And I will chat with you guys as I get this started. I am actually filming 2 videos in tandem. I am getting this video put together. Then after I get this beanie started, I will actually start my next video that you'll see. So as of right now, the game plan is we're filming this today. The 15th is when I start the beanie. And then immediately after this opening clip, I'm gonna film my monthly, or not monthly, bi-weekly chatty vlog is actually what I'm going to start on next, which will go up the 24th. The beanie video will be up on the Friday after the chatty vlog goes up. If you are new here and want to know how I make my chunky knit beanies, I divide out my tail long enough to cast on 57 stitches because I do the one trick where you connect it and it looks seamless. I'll show you. And then I'm just doing the like Y cast on. It's about the only one that I know. I learned how to crochet first. So I've been crocheting for 22 years. And in high school, I taught myself how to knit on the backs of 2 crochet hooks. Believe me, it was hard. I gave up for quite a few years. I got the basics down. I've learned I don't do well with 2 straight needles. The double pointed ones I do okay on, but the circular needles are where it's at for me. I picked it up again probably it was about 5 years ago. Well, it was more like 6 years ago technically, but like it was off and on working on it, not really like honing my craft, you know? So I say I've been knitting for 5. That's my long story with the whole how did I learn to knit and how I got into it, that type thing. So I am going to do a 1x1 ribbing. Obviously my yarn is double stranded. And I am using an 8mm US size 11. These are, I always forget the company name. They're the Dreams needles. It's Knit Pro. Originally, I had a interchangeable set that I like. It's good. I just got it off of Amazon. But I was having a hard time because like the cable kept wanting to come off. The cable was a little bit long and it was just a little annoying. And then I thought I saw another creator using these needles. So I decided to try them out for myself. For those of you who are knitters, you know that there is a great difference between metal and wooden needles, like how much they grip. So I was really concerned about that, which is why like I hesitated for so long on getting them, but I loved them. Like it's almost to a point where I don't think I'll go back to the changeable needles. But also, like, this is my only pair, so if I wanted to do a bigger project or a different project, I couldn't do it on these. Let's see if I got to 57. I believe this is the first and probably only time I will ever do this. I have exactly 57 stitches. I did not count while I cast these on. I was looking at it and go, that looks right. Proof that if you practice something long enough, you subconsciously become good at it. But you have to put the effort in. I still have a pretty ridiculously long tail. Usually I will do a row, make sure everything turned out right and I counted right. And then I will usually cut probably till about right there. Get my yarn divided here. The trick that I do is I will take this last stitch and I will flip it over to the other needle. And then the very last one I just barely cast on, I will grab it and I will slip it over the previous stitch. And then if you tighten that, it connects the whole entire thing, and in the end it looks seamless. So most people will count that as stitch 1. I don't. I count it as the last stitch of the previous row. So I slip my stitch marker on afterwards. And then from there you just do your 1 by 1 ribbing. And the first row is always super tight and hard to maneuver. But I feel like that's with crocheting too. The foundation chain or the start of whatever is always a little bit harder to manipulate and work with until you get going. I'm gonna work this up. I purposefully divided this yarn out so that the colorway would like run in opposite directions and start at different points. I wanted this one to be as much of a hodgepodge put together creative blah. We'll see if my vision comes to life. I'm actually really excited about this one. I think these are gonna make really cute beanies. I might be able to use what's left to make another beanie, but I would have to strand it with something else. That I could see happening, but otherwise I think I can only get one beanie out of this. I am gonna leave you here and start the other video. I'm gonna work on it during the video, and then I will pop in with you guys later when I've got some progress to show you. And I'll get some actual silent knitting clips in here as well, like I normally do. Just got done filming my chatty vlog. Probably spent about 20 minutes on this. That's what she's looking like so far. Lots of orange and purple going on. Very interesting vibe. Kind of reminds me more of like a canyon sunset. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna keep on working on this. I might see if I can get some short form videos going of it. I will check back in probably about a halfway mark. I'm probably gonna go downstairs and knit for a bit. I might pause this project and work on a different project for a little bit and then come back to this later. We will see. My plans for the evening are kind of up in the air at the moment. I will check back in with you guys later.
Pick you up and swing you to school for 1 week? For a month? For a week? 2 weeks? Flash, please come on and help me.
Hello. It is the next day. I don't know how much footage I got. And I got like clips here and there, kind of zoomed in. We were watching the third Tom Holland Spider-Man, continuing my marathon if you've seen some of my other videos. The fourth Spider-Man makes so much more sense now. For those of you who don't know or didn't watch one of my previous videos, because I think I talk about it, my partner and I went and saw the fourth Spider-Man, and wow, he made sure that he watched all of them and rewatched them so he was ready to see the movie. Failed to show me the third one, so I walked into the movie. People were dead. The plot didn't make sense. And there was just a lot of holes. And I'm sitting here looking at some of the characters going, who are you? It makes more sense now. Now I want to go see the fourth one again. Because it was really good. Even though I was like confused for some of it, you could still piece together the story. You just didn't get like the insider knowledge for some of it. And it was still a very good movie. Anyways, back to the beanie. Here she is. I absolutely love it. It turned out exactly how I was hoping. None of the colors necessarily pulled. It kind of looks like it through here, but that's just simply because the blues and the purples faded together and they look very similar. But it doesn't matter because that's underneath the brim anyways. But yeah, turned out very, very pretty. And I did end up with leftover yarn. Again. But it is not enough though to make something else with it. That is all I have left of both skeins. So, which I am curious to know how much this beanie weighs in comparison. So let's find out. My little handy dandy scale from Amazon. That's what I use to weigh all my packages. I currently have it set to the grams. So it'll tell me how many grams. About 112 is what it says. Which the other beanies, let me grab one. The Mountain Man beanie. That one is 80, which that means I think I weighed one of the Thanksgiving beanies because they were around 75. I don't know what to do with that knowledge because they're different weights of yarn. I guess the skinnier you get the yarn, the closer to the 75 gram mark that I need, split between two skeins. And then it's a thicker yarn closer to 115. We'll factor high. It's closer to the 115 mark. So both these skeins, I think I got about 70. Yeah, about 70. They were both 70 gram balls. There's some fun numbers. We'll figure out more about that later, I'm sure, as I experiment and figure out more about this stuff. There's the haul for the video. And that is going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like button. If you have not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell. That'll notify you every single time that I make a post. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me. I do really appreciate all the views. I love the comments that you guys leave. If you made it this far in the video, put some sort of drawing tool, like a pencil, a pen, if there's an emoji for crayon. Drop one of those emojis down below so I know you've made it this far. It's always fun to see who makes it to the end and who decides to comment. That is it for today's video. I will see you guys next time.